common sense. It's not required, though. It's not required. But it's a lot better to cross that finish line with more people. Okay? And then ambassador, here we go, is just, the math in a perfect world is 12 people in your team qualifying for the car with good structure. You're an ambassador. Okay? It took me a little bit more, but then again, our group just went all over the place. But that's pretty much the math. Get everybody their money back, get them in a car, help their people get in cars, boom. That's why we're growing so fast, guys. And I'm telling you, all we've done, guys, is lay the foundation for everybody that's coming right now. We've proven this works. We've got product testimonials. We got a ton of business testimonials. We got a ton of cars. I mean, there's a bunch of cars outside. I'm sure you guys will start taking pictures of them outside. Guess what's going to happen in the next 90 days?
More cars.
There's leaders in other companies, and just to get into the direct sales, that talk about in front of the room, one day we're going to have that momentum. One day we're going to do this. One day we're going to do that. And I can tell you, because for the past 2 years before I came over, I talked about one day, one day, and I was going backwards. Guys, we are in a rare era. 14 years I've been in this industry, and I share this with you, speaking from the heart. This may sink in, may not. I've always wanted to be at this moment in time in a company's history. This company's had double-digit growth for 18 of the last 17 months. The last 3-4 months, we've had 20-some% to 30% growth every month. We're in that momentum phase, guys, and it is not slowing down. All the markets that we're around, every market in the United States is wide open. If you're Hispanic, totally open, wide open, and that's a monster market, especially in health and wellness. I mean, Herbalife, if you follow Herbalife, which is the largest health and wellness company outside of, like, let's say, an Amway, they're a $4 billion company. In the United States, they're a public company. If you look at their numbers and you see which segments are growing, it is a Hispanic market. Guys, it's untapped. That's why I've been in San Antonio and Atlanta and different markets, right? So it's wide open. All I can tell you guys is that you're with the right company at the right time. And then you've got the support team, guys. You've got some leaders that are just relentless. I mean, take me out of the equation. We've got leaders here that will do anything for their people. They're just tireless, fearless. I can bring them up, but if I leave one behind, I'll shoot myself in the foot. We just have fearless leaders, guys, is all I can tell you. They get it. They're servant leaders, and that's why we're growing so much. So that's the process. If you want to have a 6-figure income, just start popping ambassadors, and I'm on that mission right now. My goal is to have 12 ambassadors in the next 4 or 5 months in my team, 12 more. We already have a total of 5. And, how awesome would that be to go somewhere and everybody in your team's earning $10, $15, $20, $30,000. Finances are not an issue, right? I don't know about you, but that makes me feel good, right? To know that I made a difference, guys. So, and Rosanna, come up real quick. We got 2 stories. You know what? I want to bring you up too.
I love stories.
You, when you hit the presidential title in our company, presidential's right before ambassador, there's a trip called the PD Paradise. And guys, we just went to the Ritz-Carlton, all expense paid. Ritz-Carlton is nice, but all expense paid is nicer. And Rosanna, Robert Tomas, one of our presidential directors, had gone, and since he had gone by himself, he told Rosanna, hey, come over, come over so you can spend some time with us, whatever. And Rosanna got a little glimpse there, and just share your experience. You were there for briefly, but enough to say, wow.
Yeah, I got there, and Robert called me, hey, I'm having drinks here with Freddy and Matt and Milton. You want to come over? I was like, hell yeah! So, up to West Palm Beach. I get there, and the first one I see is Milton. He looks at me, he's like, what are you doing here? I'm the regional director. I was like, I'm a professional party crasher. So I just want to see how it goes. You guys were like about, what, 300 people there?
Yeah.
About 300 people. I mean, the presidentials, ambassadors with their, spouses, and some of them with their kids. Ashley brought her dog. I mean, we took over the whole hotel. Everywhere you go, like you had Visalus towels, you had the coolers, everybody was drinking their Neuro, they were making shakes at the bar. It's like they were bringing the shakes to the bar, asking the bartender, can you please make my shake? And you guys, I thought it was training and everything. No, it was catamaran, it was jet skis, it was drinking out of a coconut. And I always remember Milton when he's doing it, like, you're rich and you're drinking out of a coconut. Well, he was drinking out of a coconut. And it was just fantastic. And I'm like, I want more of this. So I came back and I hit regional in about, 3 days or so. Because I want to not have to crash the party in the future.
She saw the big picture. Awesome, Rosanna, thank you very much. Mindy just joined the company. She joined under someone in Canada. but she was vacationing at the Ritz-Carlton that weekend, and someone approached her. A couple people approached you, right?
Yeah, well,
So share your experience.
it's just weird because Monday of last week, I was alerted that we're going to have my high school reunion October 1st. So I put on Facebook, that's it. I got to get in shape. It's going to be my blank year reunion. I got to go. So,
10 years, right?
10 years. 10 years reunion, exactly. So Tuesday, it's so weird how this happened. My son was going to camp and he didn't want to go, and I said, oh, let's go to the Ritz and we'll have lunch and we'll make it a staycation. It's right down the street. So we go, and I just sat down. I had no idea Visalus was even there. Never heard of the company. And I sat down with my son and I go, God, if this isn't motivation, because everyone looks so darn fit. I mean, every girl was wearing a bikini, like the flattest stomach I've ever seen. So,
And they were doing tadpole.
and it was just amazing. And then my son said to the jet ski lady, how much is it to rent a jet ski? And she said, oh, you can't rent it today. It's out for this health company. And meanwhile, there's like Visalus signs all over. It didn't even hit me. So I go to the pool. I put my son in a camp. Hello, we're still on a staycation. And I start talking to this one group from Florida. And I'm like, oh, this sounds kind of interesting. And then I went over to the other pool, and I was 100% eavesdropping. And I was like blatantly like this. Like this to this lady tell this other man all about this program. And I actually met somebody else, these girls, and they gave me sample shakes. So my son he's 11, my son was there and he's going, oh my God, Mom, you gotta do this, you gotta do this. And I was like, I know. So I get home, I tell my husband, of course, what does he say? Right. I said, I know it sounds too good to be true, but if you would have seen 300 people, and they all look great, and they're all there
At
for
the Ritz.
free.
At the Ritz.
I mean, $500 a night hotel, and they're all wearing wristbands to get anything they want. So, a couple days later, he's starting to hear me talking about it. My friend Coco, we got in the car the next morning. I get in the car and go, oh my God, you got to hear about this company. So, I got her to sign up with me. And then I said to the girl in Canada, I said, you know, I met you, I liked her, but I said, you know, I want to talk to those other people that I also talked to just to give them a fair chance. So they didn't get back to me in time, and I kind of, you know how you have that gut feeling you like somebody? So I called the girl from Canada, and I'm like, you know what, I'm doing it. So my husband not only was on board, but paid for it. So I did a transformation kit on Monday, signed Coco up Thursday, and I have two goals. I want the BMW, and I want to lose 15 more pounds. And I started my shake a week ago Friday. I ran out of samples Wednesday. I gave her the last one. But from Friday to Wednesday, I lost 2 pounds.
Wow.
So today, my transformation kit will be at my house. And I'm going to start tomorrow. I'll do the pictures. But I've been eating well, you know, the last couple of days. So I'm 100% on board.
Guys, it's funny, you know, I was in total party mode. I didn't talk to anybody. I was like, I'm not talking to anybody. So, there you go. Missed the shot. So guys, you know, someone get started. Let's get back to it. How do we get this going? How do we get this going? How do we get this going? I bring Sergio in. I find out his why. Sergio wants to control his life, wants to own his life, wants to be full-time, wants to pay for his kids' college. He has a strong why. I say, Sergio, you have a strong why. How serious are you about it? He says, I'm dead serious. Well, we must get to work when? Now. Step number 1, I'm going to go through this getting started training, and obviously, we're going to press play for that. There's an 11-minute video that goes through all this, okay? Because I'm live, I wasn't going to play the video again for something else, but number 1, you're going to make that list. Now, when I got started, I'll relate it to how I got started. I basically got my cell phone, and I made a list of 100 people. Now, when you make your list, all I can tell you is do not prejudge. Do not wait till you become a butterfly in the company before you call someone. Because I promise you, there's a thing called a network marketing ulcer, and we have people on our team that have them bursting because they were going to call somebody when they sprouted, eventually, didn't call them, and then they show up to me and like, what are you doing here? And they're like, well, you too? And they're like, and then that person says, why didn't you call me? And the other person just got in the night before. And they've already become a director or a regional director, but they were waiting until they became Madam Butterfly or whatever it is. Do not prejudge. Our job is to share our message, it's not to convince anyone. Plant a seed very good. And I'll show you how to do that. That's our job. In that process, a lot of people are going to join us, but you plant the seed. And I'll show you how you do that. So make that list if you, my suggestion is get your cell phone, because all the people you know, like, and trust, all the people you care about are there. If you really care about people and you believe that these products can impact people's health from a health perspective, and financially they can start taking control of their lives, then you should call the people you care about most and at least inform them. I'm not saying get them on and convince them or whatever. I mean, some people, I did a couple of that. But for the most, all I'm trying to tell you is you call them and inform them. And I'm going to show you how to inform them. Okay? Step number 2 is you set up your challenge party. And this thing is not working. Oh, here it is. Step number 2 is you set up your challenge party. So Sergio made me that list in front of me because I watched this video with him. I printed out that document. He's writing that list in front of me because he's a human being, right? And the law of diminishing intent says that if he doesn't do it right away, he's going to get around to it, and get around to it, and get around to it, and he got around and he kept on going somewhere else and didn't get around to it. If I want Sergio to succeed, I must sit down with him. He just signed up. He's excited. He will do whatever I told him because he wants to own his life, pay his kids' college. He's excited. I made that list with him, and right away I say, Sergio, the next step is we must do a challenge party. Either at your house. Well, Freddy, my house is small. Sergio, your friends know you have a small house. Oh, my house is dirty. Your friends know you're a dirty person. Right? It is what it is. It is what it is. However, if for example you meet with friends, if that doesn't work out, if you obviously if you live in a closet, it's pretty tough. Maybe it's a church, maybe it's some social gathering place where you meet with friends and family, then maybe that makes sense. You're not waiting for a hotel meeting. Okay, guys? Our company, one of the things we start getting into, and I pulled out really quick, even though we do have hotel events, our bread and butter is the in-homes, are the meetings in off location. We just did a launch for, anybody know R&B singer by the name of Bobby Valentino? Yeah. We basically did a launch party in Atlanta for him on, Thursday. I'm like, what day? In a warehouse. I mean, we just basically put a screen up and put some sound system, put some tables out for sampling shakes and the banners, and we did a party. Wherever you can meet with people at the end of the day. Okay, it doesn't have to be a hotel. I like houses and places that are not a hotel because it's not stuffy. People don't come out, whatever. It's very relaxed. And if you notice, we don't dress in shirt and ties. I'm with a sleeveless shirt. We're very lax. Jeans. That's our demeanor in this business. Every now and then we get some network marketing leaders that have done very well in other companies, or at least have been in the process of trying to do well. And they come here with a shirt and tie and all stuffed up, and I'm like, dude, take that off. This is different, guys. We're a different culture, different energy. So Sergio's made me that list. We're doing a challenge party for him in 4 to 7 days. Now, because I'm going to do that with him, and guess what I'm going to do? I'm going to sample shakes and press play. Since I'm going to do that party with him, right? Because he's my newbie, he's my baby, he has no clue. Because he's my baby, I'm going to do it with him, for him really, the first one. You've been taking, 72 years old, haven't you? I just went blank. The party, okay, so since I'm going to do it with him, I'm going to find out, obviously, what's convenient for me. If my daughter has ballet on Mondays, and I cannot miss ballet because I'm the only one that can take her there and whatever, Monday's not a day that I'm going to suggest that he does a challenge party. If it has to be Tuesday or Thursday, I'm going to tell him, hey, I've got Tuesday at 7 o'clock, Thursday at 7 o'clock, what's best? I'm going to give him my convenient time because I'm going to do it with him. Hope you guys are writing down notes. So 4 to 7 days from now, we're going to do his challenge party. I'm committing him that night after he wrote his list. I'm not calling him tomorrow when he gets...